Hi, today I would like to share a few key do's and don'ts to follow after you've been pre-approved, but before you've closed escrow. In other words, I talked about in past videos about the importance of getting pre-approved, and that's still very true. It's very important that you get with a lender, get yourself all pre-approved before you go out and actively look for homes. However, once you go out and start looking for homes, you're going to have this period of time where you've been pre-approved. Now you're out looking, you find the home, you're negotiating the contract, you're getting yourself under contract, and then it's 2, 3, 4 weeks later that we're closing on the loan. So there's this period of time that can sometimes be maybe 5 weeks to 3, 4, 5 months. So there's this long period that sometimes can be in between when you actually get pre-approved and when you actually close. And so you want to make sure that during that time, you're not doing things that are going to jeopardize that pre-approval. So the first thing I want to talk about is do keep your finances stable. In other words, make sure you're paying all of your bills in a timely fashion and that you don't have any major financial changes to your situation. The next do is stay in close contact with your lender. Reach out to them with any changes in your situation that may or may not affect your overall situation as far as your pre-approval goes. So stay in close contact with them. They should be reaching out to you on a regular basis, but you should also reach out to them to make sure that nothing changes, or if anything does change, you're letting them know, I should say. And the last do I want to talk about is do let the lender know if you've had any employment or income changes. If you've had a reduction in your hours worked and now you're making less money, that's going to definitely have an impact on your overall qualifications. However, the same can also be true if you got a pay raise. Now you're making more, you could potentially qualify for more. So you want to make sure that you're sharing that with your lender so that we can factor in that new income and your new qualifications. Now, to touch on a few don'ts. What you don't want to do is go out and open any new debt or make any large purchases. Those could impact your overall debt to income ratio, could impact your credit score if you open up a new credit card. So don't make any large purchases. Don't take on any new debt. With regards to your credit, also don't close any credit. Sometimes people think it's a good idea to close out revolving debt, or close out credit cards, if you will. And the truth of the matter is, when you close out those credit cards, it actually can pull your credit score down. So don't close any of your cards, don't close any accounts while you're in that process or when you're in that period of time from pre-approval to closing. And lastly, don't make any large unverified deposits into your bank account. It's important that you know that with regards to deposits that go into your account, we have to be able to paper trail it. So if you make some large deposit, like a large cash deposit, we can't paper trail that. So that's funds that we cannot use. Additionally, if you're getting gift funds or something like that, perfectly acceptable, but there's things that we have to provide as far as gift letters and documenting it, etc. So just don't go out on your own and make these deposits. Again, going back to one of the do's, do reach out to your lender, say, hey, I've got this situation. I want to deposit these funds. How's it going to impact everything? Listen, I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please do me a favor, subscribe and like our page here. Feel free to forward this to anyone that you know that you feel it might benefit. If you have any questions about the mortgage process, if you're looking to get pre-approved, looking to just have a consultation to see how all of this stuff works, we're always here, always willing to take your calls, texts, etc. Just reach out and we look forward to hearing from you soon. You have a great day. Bye-bye.